Hey y'all, welcome back to the Smoke Dungeon for a Christmas time classic, y'all. Today, we're talking War at Sea and War at Sea 2 from Avalon Hill. And I just want to start by saying, to play this, you're going to need this. And this is where it all began for DB. A lifetime of pleasure, begin with War at Sea. That's what DB did way back in like 86 at Christmas time. I got this from Santa Dad. You know what I'm saying? We were actually, we went to visit my grandparents down in Florida. And I always remember this as being one of the greatest gifts I ever got. And I got it then. And I don't know, there's probably some deep psychological shit going on in there. Because my grandmother passed away that Christmas and everything. But yeah, War at Sea, lifetime of it. I love it. My other grandfather was in the Navy in World War II, and he indoctrinated me into Navy stuff with mad stories about his experiences in the war, before the war. He was in both theaters of the war. Very cool guy, dude. Very cool guy. Down to earth like dirt. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, one of the ships he was on, y'all, was the USS Trenton. And this is a Christmas card, a copy of a Christmas postcard from 1939 and 1940, y'all. So Europe was already at war here. And my grandfather was on the Trenton, just cruising around the Mediterranean and all these places. And you'll notice this Christmas card. Check it out. I'll try and zoom in here. They have how to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year on all these places. And then it lists all the places that the ship stopped. Crazy. He told me crazy stories about some of these stops, yo. Somewhere up in here, I think in Rotterdam, they were on a German ship. And then I think in Lisbon, they rescued the royal family of Luxembourg. And he told a crazy story about a Stuka bomb hitting a bakery. But I don't remember exactly where that was on this journey. I imagine somewhere down in here in Spain, probably. Or in France, maybe when they were in France. I don't really remember that part of the story. But I do remember him referencing a bomb hitting a bakery and loaves of bread flying everywhere, including onto the ship, yo. So, yeah, this was something I saved from my other grandfather. Yo, but more, back to the story. War at Sea 2. Recently, there's been a game come out that's kind of like this game. I did not play 960 for this, folks. I bought this actually probably about 10 years ago. Because I've always loved this game, and this is the third copy of this game. This is my original box, I think, or maybe this one's 20 years old. I've owned like 3 copies of this. I lost one in a flood at my parents' house in the original Smoke Dungeon, y'all. But yeah, so what's in here, you say? Well, it tells you. Contains an unmounted map sheet, counters, 3 playing aid cards, and rules. Variant from the actual Avalon Hill Game Company. The price on here was $9.50. I did not pay $9.50 for this. I paid $47. I found the email, I think, when I was just like digging around. It was $47 I paid for this like 10 years ago. And it was unpunched, dude. It was unpunched. It was, I found it from some dude on eBay, I believe. So what we have is a set of rules. And this part is really cool because this is actually entirely, there are new rules to a large part of the game here. There are some clarifications. There are some, I guess you would call them additional rules, because you do get additional ships in this one, y'all. France shows up. The Greeks show up. It's almost an entirely different game, although the core rules, as you know, War at Sea to be, are the same. So there are a few different rules, like, I don't know, in the original version, I don't think German ships, in this War at Sea 2, German ships that are undamaged can add 1 to the die. And I don't think they can in this one. There's different entry rules for everything. There's Frogmen, there's X-Craft, there's different ports. I'm going to show you the map and stuff, dude. Super cool. Super cool. Look, I haven't saved this for some reason, you know? But there is one, I do have one beef with this, and I'll show you that in a second when I show you units and everything. So here we have, these are the order of battle charts that come in here. So you have your starting ones. And these are pretty much the same as normal, except there are a few new ships for the Germans here. We got the Atlantis, the Orion, the Penguin. They're all up in the mix. The Schleswig-Holstein and the Schlesien. I don't believe are in the original words either. That's most of them. You'll see the Germans get airplanes at Italy now. It's not just the one air unit, so there are more air units in this. The Aquila shows up for the Italians. You get Italian frogmen. You get an Africa Corps convoy. So, yeah, but not really a whole lot of new stuff for the actual Axis powers, dude. Here's where we get a lot of new stuff. All these French dudes, y'all. Check them out. Richelieu, Dunkirk, Strasbourg, Breton, Lorraine, Provence, Corbeil, Auchan, Paris, Algiers, you know, with my shitty French accent, all the way down to the Béarn. We got them all, dude. Yeah. And then we got a few more English units. We got the Argus. He wasn't in the original. The Hermes and the Eagle were, because they were like one of my favorites. Yeah, so that's really the only new thing. We got the Jambot. And then we have some Greece ships. We have the Lemnos and the Kilkis. Yeah. So we got those. We got a new convoy. The convoys are named now. There's like Tiger Convoy. And then these are our reinforcement charts, dude. There aren't too many new ones on this. The London, I believe, I'm not sure was in the original one. You get more airplanes. These are a bunch of Russian ships you get. And this mechanic really kind of changes. This and the French make this game play entirely different than the first one, y'all. So me and my brother usually play this game. Still, to this day, we play like once, probably every 3 times we get together. We'll be like getting together to play a Warhammer game or something. And like, instead, like, I'll just get blown out and be like, dude, we're playing War at Sea. And he's like, fuck yeah, let's do it. And we played this version the last time, and we had a good time. So one thing that is new that I don't believe is in the original version, you do remove units, and these are like units that go to the Pacific, theoretically, right? And then you get some back from the removals. Like, it recycles back on turn 6 and 7. You also get X-Craft, y'all. X-Craft. Super cool, right? Right. Check it out. Let's take a look at the map. I'll be a little more gentle. So, it's a 6-fold map, dude. So it's not too big. We got North Atlantic, Barents Sea. You'll see right away we got St. Petersburg. We got a Leningrad. And then we got over here, we have the Caribbean Sea. And then we have South America, South Atlantic Ocean. And we have Cape of Good Hope, y'all. We have Oran as a port. Gibraltar, Alexandria. We have Greece with the rules for Greece. We have Turkey. We have Sevastopol, and then we have Toulon and Brest. So you'll see we have some differences, and this map also looks very, it's almost identical, I think, to that Victory at Sea map from the new Compass games. So, yeah. So it's super cool. Super cool. And we have all our, it still has what makes this great, where they did back in the day. You have like who can go in everywhere on here written on the map. So super cool. Then we have our down here we have double pox in certain certain locations are worth more points. And then it also tells you, like, you can frogman attack on turn 4. Turn 5, you could do it maybe, right? And then X-Craft here. Roll for Italian scuttling. Roll for Axis French scuttling. So it's super cool. Has all those, like, crazy rules on there already, which is dope. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. So, but in this box, see, here's one thing. So these are the French units. And these are all red, which is kind of weird to me. But they are. And they are the exact same as the original War at Sea pieces, you know, because this is an Avalon Hill one. Ship silhouettes. I don't believe the ship silhouettes are accurate on the majority of these. You know, there are a few different ones. I'd have to really give them a good look, you know, and the eyes ain't what they used to be right now. So here's the one beef I do have is that, I don't know, is there a print date on this game? All right, so the manila envelope doesn't have like a release date. Let me see the things. Because the original game came out in, I think, 76. Is there a copyright on this? There's got to be somewhere. I don't see it, though. Yeah. So, but the British units are a different color. And that kind of annoys me. But what are you going to do? So, and the Russians are the same. So the Russians are green. The Americans are also green. And the British are this color. This, you know, but they're also, the new pieces are this green color. So Argus is new, right? And he's different. These are the original from the OG game. So that's a bit of a bummer, right? But especially because if you look over here, like, they managed to get these ones pretty good. I mean, they're a lot closer, I feel like, although, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not, right? I don't know. The German ones also are a little off. But I feel like it's not as prevalent with these ones as it is the other ones. But alas, I digress. So, anyway, just something cool that I wanted to share with y'all. You know, my copy of War at Sea 2, you know, which is definitely was one of my Grail games once I realized they released it. You know, because I loved War at Sea so much. I play the miniatures game, play the board game. I do all the things. So to me, as a completionist and everything, it was pretty important to get my hands on a copy, even though I don't get to play it but once a year. And hopefully the time that I get to play it is going to be any day now as Christmas approaches. It comes for you, big bro. Everyone else, be good to one another. Do what you feel.